Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to the Spires of Morosith Gossamer Sunder demo. It's kind of a long title, but hey, it's fine. Anyway, it's a tower defense game, very much, as far as I can tell, inspired by like classic Warcraft 3 tower defense games, which is great. I loved those, and I'm really curious to see how this works. Okay, so it looks like we just have a series of levels. Looks like we're getting invaded, and we have to just kind of push them back. I'm assuming that's yep. That's the shtick. So let's see how this goes. Oop. Steam has decided to alt-tab me for reasons. Oh god. The people. Hey look, the obelisk almost has enough power to turn on the spire. Enemies defeated in the blue circle power up the obelisk. I'll gather wood so you can summon towers. Once the spire's on, the area will be safe. Okay, select Gatherer Simon.
Hello.
At least his voice matches his face. I'll be honest, I hate judging these things. Human faces are extremely hard to get right. And, like, I'm getting, like, unnerving, uncanny valley from just looking at that guy. Let's see. So how do we want to do this? If I want to be silly, I could probably... No, I can't get them to loop up there. I could get them to loop down, but I don't think that's worth it either. So... I don't know. Where is the most practical spot? I'll put it there. Let's see. Can I get another one? Yes. But within... certain limits. Okay. Can I get more? Yes. Yeah, so I can force them to kind of go along these side paths while he gathers stuff. Yeah, considering how magey all of this looks, I was kind of hoping that the lumberjack would just be like a little golem thing. I don't know. Some human characters just freak me out. And I think this is very solidly going to end up in that territory. There we go. That should be pretty good. Can I do anything with this guy? Because it says he's level 1. It makes me wonder if there's a higher tier to him that I can get. In any way, shape, or form. Oh, I just realized there's a really good loop here. I'm assuming... Okay, I can sell them if I really wanted to. Let's leave that for later. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh yeah, I was wondering why the sound effects were kind of loud. There we go. Perfect wave. Well, yeah, this is pretty classic Warcraft 3 tower defense. Now, how much do I push them around? I think we're good, actually. Okay, play again. No thank you. Alright, next level. Canopy Spire, standard mission type. Okay. Protect the spire from grain wraiths. Minor damage will be repaired between waves once the obelisk is full. Spire will be able to heal the Gossamer in the region. Okay. Supposedly you can level them up somehow. Oh, bring a gatherer to capture the knowledge. I'm just going to put that there. Scuff them up a little bit. Okay, it doesn't look like it can really do too much for looping at the moment. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna try and... Oh, what? You rude? I guess it's fine. I didn't even notice the beefaloes just hanging out there. Yes, we actually have a number of these ancient knowledges that I should probably go for. Okay, no.
Hello.
Tried to do a click and drag. Did not work.
Hello. Ooh.
Go get that. It should be good enough, at least for the moment. I see, I actually have to cut my way to it. That should be fine. That should be kind of enough guns. Yeah, so I can actually use the lumberjack to make a better, like a bigger and better route. If I want to. So I could potentially, like, route things around. Don't know if going for the purple is the right call.
Hello.
Okay. Oh, we've discovered the flamethrower. If I just press spacebar to... yeah. Alright.
Hello.
Know what he just got. I'm assuming we're unlocking these permanently. I don't know what that blue one was. And yeah, it doesn't look like we have anything else. Yeah, flamethrower definitely seems like it'll be useful. There we go. It looks like we're still a little ways away from being done. Okay, shrine. Hovering over each spirit will grant your gatherers 10% haste for 40 seconds. Okay, kind of useful. I'm gonna start chopping trees on that side. Doesn't seem like we have anything else that I need to worry about too deeply. I'm just gonna force them to go the very long way around. What I'd like to do is get him to loop up and over through here. Hopefully by unlocking those shrines, we just have it permanently. Oh, you keep going for that one. Because we can get them to loop back up to this original tower, maybe. Yeah, it seems to be working reasonably well. We can probably just chill for a bit. Force them to go by. Is there any way I can check? Yeah, I can't redirect them. Yeah, so we might want to get a second flamethrower up in here. Really just burn down all the little guys is the answer. I think the main issue is once the bigger ones start turning around, this gets trickier. I guess I could just put one right there. Okay, sprinters. Very slow on turns. Alright. Okay, I'm just gonna line a bunch of those up. That should mess with them pretty hard. Okay. Let's, I don't know. I don't want him to chop down too many trees here. Well, I think that pretty effectively wrecks those things. Okay. Now what? I guess I save up for one of these shrines. See what they're good for.
Hello.
Because it seems like they're... Oh, gosh. Okay, that's bigger than I thought. Okay, can sell those. Yeah, we still don't have whatever this resource is. Mana Steel. I'm assuming that's a resource I gain access to on later levels. Yeah, just get more guns. Just replace tree with gun. What could go wrong? And there we go. Looks like we're comfortable. Could also go endless mode, but I don't know if there's really a reason to. Okay, so... Yep, Shoreline Spire. Alright, so what do we have? 2. And they're both coming in through there, unless I do something else. Now, if I want to be extra silly, I bet I can get this to go the opposite direction. Because what I might do is wall straight directly north, and then have them loop down past this. Okay, but which direction are they coming from? And maybe I shouldn't be sprinting for knowledge that hard. Oh, he is so slow. Gem Tower. Okay. Come on. I don't like the fact that he just deselects. Yeah, let's restart this one. Do we keep our knowledge? Yes.
Hello.
Okay, I'm just going to start grabbing those. We can grab the other knowledge, but at least now we have the gem tower unlocked. Put that there. Yeah, I'm assuming he's just going to have to go faster. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have an entire lineup here for the moment. All right. That there. Yeah, hopefully we just have enough oomph. This isn't a problem. Put that there. That there. Alright. Yeah, I don't really care if he ends up mining out all of these trees. Speed is a little bit more valuable to me. As long as they go through kind of this double gun alley. I also don't mind if the waves actually take a long time. Because yeah, each of these trees is worth 4 lumber, so if I'm only going for the guns, it gives me some good leeway here. Okay. Gonna have him start chopping that tree. Oh, good. I'll actually just bring it back to this.
Hello.
So in that case, we can kind of just let him do his own thing here. Let's see. Generally, these flamethrowers are better They can hit a group. I'll put it there. What does it mean 90% of the core is claimed? I don't fully know. Well, do I want to get one of these? So this is AoE. Okay, if I just put these here, that should largely take things out. But it does also look like it's getting maybe a little hairier. Okay. Suckers are punchy. Okay, let's pick up the knowledge. Mana Steel Fountain. Oh. Select a tower, use Mana Steel to upgrade it. Generates 1 Mana Steel per wave. Expensive. But probably worth it. Alright. Is that just it? We have to power up the obelisks. Route the enemies into the blue circle. Find the obelisk and defeat them there. Oh. So that's our issue. Let's see. That there. And that should be fine. Okay, good. And I don't have to hover over that. That's what the 12% and 1% means. Actually means I should probably sell that sucker. There we go. That's looking a lot better. Enemy boss incoming. Aberration. Throws fireballs at spires. Huh. Oh, that's probably not great. My trees. Okay, I'm just gonna put this over here. Do I? And I guess I'll just put it right here. Yeah, so he's gonna wipe out my pathing. I mean, it's an interesting choice for a boss. And there he goes. Oh, we get a decent amount of cores from him. I think its tree he was chopping got destroyed. Confused the heck out of him. Alright, so obviously this is not great for me. Okay, I'm actually gonna have him come back in here, because we can do a little bit more. Mana Steel am I sitting on? Decent chunk. Upgrade this one. Or actually, upgrade this one? Four damage in an area, 8 damage in an area. 3 burst fire per second. I don't actually know. Use searing. Okay. Yeah, the one problem is we'll probably have a number of the, like, speed racy guys. This is gonna make this trickier. Okay. Just bring him back here. This is about as good as I think I'm going to be able to get it. We don't have any other mana anythings. Yep, nope. Okay, so now we're getting the cores. Okay, I'm just gonna put some flamethrowers there. Yeah, we just only want to kill things when they're on the pathway, generally. Yeah, let's see, what about these guys? Yeah, it's still going places. Just slower than I meant it to. Yeah, I'm just gonna let him go ham on those. That's gonna take a while. Really wish I could actually, like, neuter some of these extra things, but whatever. So what does this have? Increased damage to all enemies in a narrow cone in front of the tower. Sometimes erupts, dealing great damage to all enemies are in the tower, or just cone in front. But I think I should largely focus on mana gems. Anything that'll help me against the boss, really, is the trick. I just like this guy. It says he's level 1, but I don't see anything that would let me get an upgrade on him. Yeah, I should probably go for basic towers, if only because basic towers might be kind of critical for taking bosses out. I'm also probably just going to save most of my remaining wood. Let's see. Largely just because boss might show up, wreck things, and I'm going to need to, there we go. Boss might show up, wreck things, and I'm going to have to go out of my way. No, you fool. I'll have to go out of my way to, like, rebuild the maze. Maybe actually destroying these isn't a terrible idea. Other thing I could do is actually have him go ham on the trees over here. Let's actually do that in a second. Yeah, these guys do have a very nice straight shot. They just don't have enough health for it to matter, I think. Fortunately, he has to run the whole dang line backwards, but that's okay. Alright, we're at 255. I do really appreciate that, yeah, you have to focus on the spires and nowhere else. Okay, attacks per second, 5, a little bit more damage. Yeah, it's reasonably good. Damn, those guys don't want to go down. And of course, everything is made equal. Every single enemy is worth exactly 1 core here. I guess, actually, I should probably get some of my walling done with flamethrowers. Let's sell that. Let's sell that. I can just have that set up. This way, except for the handful that sneak out past that direction, everything is going to get killed within the circle, and this is going to go much faster. Perfect. Except for, like, this guy. He's... Nope. Lived. Perfect. At least nobody can... Well, I mean, everybody can always criticize me for things, but at least I'm not going to have to worry about people being like, oh, you backloaded your defenses too much. Nope. It has to be right here and nowhere else. I bet we're going to have another boss momentarily, and that won't be a problem for me. I think we only need one more wave. At the very least. These big guys take a while. And I need to remember to actually hit those. Oh, right. I have to wait for these guys to re-enter my defense line. Okay. Now, is Wave 20 going to be a boss? It is not. Alright. Then we are good to go. Because if there is no boss, then this finishes out quickly. Hoi! I do appreciate it, though. It's a different way of handling things. It's not wave survival. It's purely just a... You know... Oh, no. Am I gonna have to... Well, no. I think these guys are gonna die within range. I have to take some corners, but... Yeah, they're fast enough to get in. There we go. Canyon Spire. Let's see. Okay, so the nice part is, we have 2 Spire.
Hello.
Okay, Slowing Tower. Okay, there we go. I think what I'm gonna do is have them loop up through here. And then here, and then a kind of down around over. I mean, if I have a lot of time, I should have just... sold these. I mean, it'll be fine. It'll be mostly fine. These beefalo are a slight nuisance. At least they do actually leave the vicinity. It just takes a little bit. Right, and we are in fact on max speed. We should probably also get some slow towers up in this business. They're actually pretty good. I do wish these guys were different colors. The fact that they are blue and other blue. Oh, the other one's over there. Actually, that's kind of fine. I'll just have to send him over. Gonna take him a while to get anywhere, but that's okay. Oh, that's not gonna work. Probably get another slowing tower here. Okay, income is looking fine. I will say, I think this music is too plotting. That it's kind of fantasy music, but like this is the... I'm gonna say this is puzzle game fantasy music. Where you're stuck and the game's kind of mocking you. And so while it technically fits, I think I do find it a little bit, snoozy. Oh, I wasn't on double speed either. Oops. Guess I'm actually gonna put that right there. Uh-oh. Guess I'm just gonna put that there. Oh, I'm a fool. I should have been running that for a while. Let's see, and I've got a bunch of resources. We want to handle this. And I can always resell these if I really feel the need to do so. Let's see, how's this guy doing? Guess we should probably go grab the other knowledge here. Okay. Level teach gatherer. Oh, that's useful. Really wish that wouldn't deselect them. Well, all things considered, I'm gonna put it over there. It's not like they're gonna attack any of my guys. Okay. Guess I'm gonna just put that there. Ideally, what I'd like to do is actually maybe bring this guy back here and have him start harvesting these out. We can turn that into a much deadlier kill box. I think I'm actually gonna just bring both of these guys to bear in the same area. What do I evolve? Probably this one. The burn is just nice. Oh. Oh, I just realized we have to fill out both of these obelisks. Well then. I guess we'll fill this one out and then do something else. Swarms! Alright. really a boss, though. Just an extra inconvenience that is easily managed. I guess really all I have to do is just eventually stop mazing around this thing and just really hyper intensely maze around this one. Which means, yeah, have both lumberjacks clear the whole area. I'll have them start working on that one. Means to some degree, I'm actually going to put that right front and center. I know that's probably going to sound kind of silly. The entire point of it mostly is... Let's see. I guess I should probably do slows to some degree. There we go. That's looking mighty thin because I was not paying attention. That actually could have gone bad. And fortunately, my lumberjacks will 100% go rogue. If I let them. And we kind of don't want that. There we go. I should probably be using those. And yeah, I can't destroy a rock, can I? No. Yeah, I cannot build that tower, but that's fine. That there. Alright. So this is done. So now we sell pretty much all of these. It was almost done. Oops. Let's probably have this be an erupt tower. Alright. Nightshade's Siren. So this is maybe not the best timing for this. Yeah, they dump ooze everywhere. And not much I can do about most of these. It's also that. Put another explosive in here. Alright, neither of these are the burning variety. Well, maybe it'll be fine. Or maybe we just get killed. I have no idea. Like, they're taking a decent chunk of damage. They do spend a lot of time distracted. And, I mean, it looks like they're melting. It's just a matter of, like... toasting them before they get all the way out. I don't know how much more juice I have. Oh, I have actually an insane amount of lumber. There we go. Okay. Sell that. Get more flamethrowers. Yeah, we don't have enough, but I think we're fine. Oh. I gotta be careful about my mazing. There we go. Yeah, the one problem is I need to kill exactly one guy here. So I need to scale this up just enough that we can get the kill. I'm gonna have him take this one last tree. There we go. Okay, got it. Did I not? I swear I killed it in the area. Maybe I have to get both of them simultaneously? Not really clear on this part. Okay, searing tower, sure. Now here's the question, can you further upgrade things? Basic tower level 3, you can. That's actually quite good. Now that should have counted. I guess this thing is full. Is going to be my assumption. Okay. Maybe not, actually. I don't think we want that. So that means I could also upgrade this sucker, if I want to. But I think if I'm going to upgrade anything, we do this searing tower. Can it go past? No. Okay. So that's the upper limit of it. Okay, well, is there anything else for me to do? Nope, mostly just wait. Yeah, I mean, it's going. Still need a couple more waves, I think, before we're fully done. I was really hoping that I wouldn't have to charge both of the spires individually, but that's okay. So what's he doing? Anything. Okay, he's still doing a thing. Yeah, I wonder if these guys are getting additional armor. Maybe. I wonder if the damage over time effect stacks. Or not. So slows an enemy. Field slows enemy. Ah. That actually might be worth getting right there. Just a big dilation tower. Yeah, I don't mind getting them into my defensive zone. Boy, we're gonna have some serious environmental collapse after this is all done. I mean, gotta oust the invasion force, but... Is that it? Are we good? Huzzah! Okay, so we've got one more and then we kind of split down. Was there anything else? Yeah, it seemed like I would be able to zoop down to this one. This would have split, but I guess maybe I'm not allowed to for some reason. I bet, once again, it's probably just demo content. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Okay, so I'm seeing 3 portals. I got 2 harvesters, a lot of tech that I can unlock, including that over there. Nice part is, each and every one of these I can kind of just route up here. I'm curious about this road, if I can build on or around it. The answer is no. So that is actually a serious problem. Because they will 100% take that road. Maybe that's okay, though. I'd probably want to force them to go around it. And enter through here. That should be fine. Alright, let's get this mazed out. I guess the one problem with this is we start with almost nothing. Which is tricky. So we have a bunch of these crystals, but things tend to take a while. We only have 2 of these. Tricky. How do we want to do this? I think I'm going to have them go for that. I'm going to lock that off. Problem is I don't know which of these is the first one to activate. Put it there. Right now it doesn't really matter. The basic towers go pretty fast. Okay, good enough. Yeah, I don't... this ain't gonna work. Okay. How do we want to do this one? That's kind of the agony of it. I guess the one option I do have is... I'm just going to put that there. Nope, that's not going to work. We have to start with the miners. Like, we pretty much need these guys to be the first thing that we get down. The extra tech is nice, but it's not going to do me any good. Okay, so it's this one that activates. So... I could have timed that a bit better. Okay, now they're going to come through here. Because we take damage. Oh, it does repair though. So as long as we don't take too much damage, that's not bad then. Okay, here we go. This is giving me somewhat of a something. Pause for a second. What the heck is this? Blueprint. Temporary tower. Oh, removed when play resumes. That's interesting. I'm gonna just put that there. Okay, and we're only on wave 3, which is good because I need to get that down. So what I'm wondering is... yeah, because we also need to maze around this. Okay, this is kind of practical. Okay. I'm gonna put this here. There we go. Where are you mining, sir? I'm gonna have him mine that out. Okay. This is kind of working. It's a little scuddy. But it works. If I just put that right there, that limits where they go to just these. Put that there. Because yeah, we want to mine this out so that they kind of enter in late. Late-ish. Okay, I should probably also get the blacksmith down. Levels up my gatherers. Should speed things up a bunch. Go with this one. I guess as soon as we have the lumber for it. Alright, this is looking better. Or, no, actually, do go for this one, because we should start freeing the tech. Because it's still going to take me a long time to get stuff here. I guess I should have this one be the searing tower, not this one. Because this is going to fill out well before this one does. Okay. Grab that. Get the tech. Start getting these trees. I'm just going to have him start going for that. It's not going to be the most efficient ever. Alright. Shields that block damage. Alright, let's figure this out. Probably just put that there for now. I'm not too worried about the damage blocking shields. Okay. I'll get these open. And yeah, clear these trees out as well. I like the fact that my resources are also kind of part of the maze, that dealing with the woods is just part of the game. That feels good to me. Okay, as soon as that's done, we can start mazing the rest of these around. And then, yeah, this seems pretty naturally set up that we can clear it out. Yeah, I could do more than that, but I think this is fine for now. Especially if I want to put, like, a random flamethrower up in there. Alright, that looks pretty well waved. That's going good.
Hello.
Guess let's take this guy and have him... Well, actually, that's not too far out of the way. There's the knowledge. So where's the last one? Up here. Oh, boy. I'm just gonna cut my way up to it, I think is the answer. Because we've got the other bits of knowledge. But yeah, I think we just clear cut this entire forest area. That's probably the easiest thing I can do. Let's see, do we want to do an erupt tower? And then I'm actually going to sell this one. No, this one. Really wish I could just freely pick up towers and move them around, but alas. I think I'll put a dilation tower there. Because that just seems genuinely useful. Wish I could destroy rocks, but it's fine. Okay, we get the Void Tower. Single target, massive amounts of void energy, damage and attack speed increases every moment it's active. Reduces when out of combat. Seems pretty good. How much is a Void Tower? Expensive, but not like heinously so. So what is this one? Concentrates his void energies into massive blasts, much lower fire rate. Higher damage, so kind of a sniper with burn. Or single target. Bannerman periodically heals nearby grain wraiths. Okay, that should be manageable. I don't think I'm going to upgrade any of them. And in fact, after this wave, we sell this entire setup. Well, that sucked. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to stop those. Let's hope they don't do too much damage. Nope, they don't. Okay, pause. Time to sell everything. Because that one's full. I'm actually going to sell both of these for a pair of flamethrowers. Get them right there. Sell that. Or I'm just going to extend guns backwards. Okay, sell this one. Move it back. Flamethrower there. Alright. That should be nice and difficult to manage. So we might lose some. outside this, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. Like that nope as it just turns around. Alright, seems like most of it got in. Here, I'm actually going to sell a couple of these. I'm just going to slap that right there. Reason being, we don't want them to be pre-shooting anything, and so better to have a weaker tower that can't really do much. Yeah, do I want to do the spite? I think we go for a radiant tower on that one. So the question is this killing too many outside of the radius? Not overwhelmingly. Like it is, but not like heinously so. Okay. So all they have to do is just do that. Okay, so we get another shrine. So now I'm going to bring these guys back down here. Because at this point we don't want them messing with my defensive line. I think I'm just going to replace each of these with flamethrowers. Because that way they'll naturally go around anyway. We're not wasting our time. Oh, it's him. That guy. I think we'll be fine. He's gonna eat my trees. That's like the one super downside to him. The problem is he has to go over my defenses, and my defenses are admittedly extremely scaled towards this one singular area. However, he does take a monstrous amount of damage as long as he's above it. There it goes. There we go. Looking good. Yeah, is there more I could do? Maybe. I do not like the fact that this is 349 out of 350, even though that's not true. Alright. Did I want to upgrade this one again? Oops, that's not the one I meant to upgrade. Oh well. I don't think it really matters. And yeah, we got plenty of cores. So, I guess kind of good time to start calling it here. I like this game. I think it's actually a lot of fun. It's a neat execution of tower defense. I love mazing. Mazing is a lot of fun. I wish you could actually just pay 1 wood to move a tower instead of having to resell it. You know, still have it have a price, but allow you to move towers around. Because right now I'm incentivized to not upgrade towers around certain spires, and that's kind of annoying. That, you know, if I get all of the mana steel back, now that's something. I don't mind not getting all the wood back, but losing out on the mana steel, having to sell a tower is kind of annoying because you do eventually have to sell towers. There's no way around that. It's not one of those where it's like, oopsie, I don't want to have my setup there anymore. It's a, no, I cannot have my setup here anymore. You know, it's done its job. And it no longer serves a purpose, so I need to move it. And it feels like it wouldn't take much to make it work. There we go. Really just, yeah, having that 1 wood cost to move things around. Or being able to, yeah, get all of your mana steel back every time you sell a structure. Like those are the 2 ways to do it, because as it stands, I only want to use upgraded towers in kind of the end, and that feels weird to me just because I don't know, I want to play around and experiment with upgrades, not feel restricted by them. I also wish there were more branching options that, like, it's more of a tree structure rather than a double parallel path. I'd also love to see some, like, randomized upgrades here and there. Like, I recognize that this is kind of the purview of roguelikes, but to some degree, it wouldn't be a terrible idea to have just a random perk, power-up, or other ability just pop up every couple of waves, every wave, something like that, just to spice things up a little bit. Hey, this time around, you know, I've got a rare perk that makes my basic shooty towers a little bit more expensive, but a lot more powerful. Or to give them a new evolution that they would normally have, or just little stuff like that, I think would go kind of far at making this game feel dynamic across multiple runs. Because right now, wow. The thing that makes it the most interesting is just the fact that it's a nice, you know, charming, traditional tower defense game. And the mazing is fun. And the level design actually is, boy, how am I even going to beat this? The level design adds a lot of charm. And I just feel like having some randomized perks would make that endless mode feel much more, like, satisfying and rewarding. Because then it's kind of like, oh yeah, you know, I want to keep going as far as I possibly can. Let's see what kind of cool upgrades I can get into the mix. Maybe. I don't know, I'm just a sucker for roguelike tower defense, and it feels like you wouldn't have to do too much to make it work here. And you wouldn't even have to do too much to, like, make it stand out. Maybe. I don't know. It's something to think about, but it's not something necessary. The other thing I would say is, these 2 weird doll-headed men kind of freak me out a little bit. I know I said that earlier, but, like, there's something about them that just unsettles me, and I do not like their existence. Give me some Zug, and a little bit less, yes, my lord. Maybe. I don't know. Even the peons from Warcraft 3 were fine. It's just these guys are just, ugh. Honestly, like, I would love it if they were, like, little golem guys, that kind of match the towers, because the towers look great. Just the people. I'm like, ugh. Anyway, I guess with all that said, let's go out to the main menu at this point. Oh, I have no choice but to exit game. Well, it's fine. Anyway, the Spires of Morosith demo is available on Steam right now, so if you do want to play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. I don't know how long it's going to be up for. I don't know when the game's going to be coming out. But, yeah, I mean, if you grew up with Warcraft custom maps and tower defense games, or just classic tower defense games in general, give this one a shot. It's very much a nice, healthy dose of nostalgia, and it does enough interesting things to be charming in its own right. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.